It's system review time, and I have got a brand new favourite Chinese handheld emulation console thingy. It's the Anbernic RG351V. Doesn't that just roll off the tongue easily? So, I say it's my favourite, but there's a big but. But we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's just have a look at the thing first. The first thing you will notice, wood grain. It is just bloody gorgeous. They do it in other colours. I don't know why anyone would want it in the other colours, because wood grain, it's gorgeous. I have visions of sitting in a public place and, oh, I don't know, random passers-by going, look at that cool dude with his amazing wood grain Game Boy. Obviously the reality will be youngsters looking and saying, look at the granddad staring at his plank of wood. But it's such a novelty. You don't see things like this every day. You can't get them in the shops. That adds novelty value. I love the way it looks. So actually looking at it in detail anyway. Face buttons, obviously, select, start, D-pad is still, oh, the clicky, hate it. But anyway, you kind of, I've come to expect that from Anbernic D-pads. It's, I'm the only person I know who complains about it, so, you know, no one else seems to mind. Analog nub thing. I have the same issue with this as I have with all of these analog nubs, in that the self-centering is too strong, which makes it difficult to get precise movements in games. But they're all the same except for the original RG350. But anyway, function button. Press that in combination with other buttons and it does stuff. It's a thing that wasn't on any of the other Anbernic handhelds, so that makes it interesting. Speaker, non-stereo, it's the only one. It's nice and loud, it's got good audio quality. USB-C, one of these is for power, and it does tell you which one. Yeah, you got writing on the back there that tells you what each one is for, which is handy. Headphone socket, haven't used it, don't know how. I mean, what's it going to do other than make noise come out of your headphones? Volume rocker, power on and off, reset button, 2 micro SD cards, one for the operating system, one for game storage, and shoulder buttons. And you'll notice the which is which, R2, L2 are the inner ones. They're raised, and that is fantastic, because I don't know if you can. Am I keeping it? Yeah, there we go. When you hold it, you can differentiate between which is which without, on these horizontally laid out handhelds, it was really difficult to, you were kind of having to do that, and it was really bloody uncomfortable. Where with this, nope, you can tell them apart really easily. You don't have to move your fingers. You're clicking one of them with that part of your finger and the other one with your fingertip. There's none of this having to do that. It's brilliant. It's a work of genius. So yes, I like that. Nothing on the top. Oh yeah, you got these grooves here. They are for grip. I have heard some reviewers say they don't make any difference. I beg to differ. The way I hold it, when I've got my fingers on these, my other fingers are gripping onto these. They just fall under my fingertips perfectly and do give a sense of grip that otherwise might not be there, and I like a lot. Screen protector. It's a, is it glass? If it's not, it's some kind of very solid plastic. it didn't come pre-fitted. I think Anbernic would, well, let's just say I had a very hard time getting it to fit on there without having bubbles under it. It's imperfect just there. I had to pull it off, put it on, much messing about, putting pressure onto the actual screen itself along there. So there's some light bleed just here, which I think there wouldn't have been if I hadn't been faffing about and having so much trouble with it. I think Anbernic have left it to the user to put it on. Probably their own factory staff, assembly people, whatever, had the same difficulty I had and probably messed so many of them up. They were like, yeah, we don't want them being sent back because they're knackered or whatever. We'll let the end user do it. And then if they screw it up, that's their problem. Shame. Little LED power light thingy. Nice design feature is that the buttons on the side are very flush. I mean, you've got a reset button there and it's tiny. I actually like that. I've heard some people grumble about it, saying they have a really hard time pressing it. Well, I don't know why. You can press that, no problem. It's tiny, it's almost flush, but there's enough poking out that you can press it. Yeah, the feel of this, it looks like wood. It's not wood, it is plastic, but the feel, it's almost like oiled wood. Not in that it's oily, but it's got this nice silky but textured feel. It's like a softwood that's been not varnished but oiled. It's really, really nice to look at it. It looks like wood. It's convincing. I just think it's really clever and I really like it. So yeah, I mean, grumbles about it are very, very minor. Not a fan of the analog stick, not a fan of the D-pad, but overall the look, the shape, the design, all in all, I really, really like. Here comes the but. When you turn it on, there's your problem. EmuELEC. I do not like EmuELEC. Also, didn't mention screen. Lovely, 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 gorgeous screen. High res, higher res than the 351P and M. Different aspect ratio as well. Is this 4:3? Whatever. It's gorgeous. The problem with EmuELEC, or rather this iteration, version, whatever, of EmuELEC, we'll get to. Let's just load up Sonic 1. So everything so far so good. It all works. You've got a very nice front end. It's very smooth, responsive, pretty, all of that. You play your game. It works great. Love it. Now, you've played for a little while and you're like, okay, that's enough Sonic the Hedgehog, let's play something else. How do you get out of the game? You can't get out of the game. There is... You expect on these things, given that they've got plenty of buttons and stuff, and there's what function button does on the on EmuELEC. You can use it for altering the volume, which is an odd thing, seeing as you've got the volume rocker on the side, but whatever. You can't get out of the game. Now, there is somewhere a key combination that I don't actually remember. There is a combination that will get you back into RetroArch, whatever, and you can then exit out of that. But I'm damned if I can find it. There is no way this is acceptable. It is ridiculous. No. So the only thing you can do is hit the reset button. And to have to hit the reset button to get out of a game because you want to load another game is dumb. It's moronic. It's unacceptable. And the reason it's like that is because Anbernic have been utterly lazy. I don't understand why they've been so lazy. I know it is possible because there are video tutorials explaining how to do it. To configure your hotkeys, your button combinations, and what they will do with each emulator. And all you got to do is like configure, I don't know, press start and select together, and it'll exit the game and go back to like this screen. And it's not a big deal to do it, but they shouldn't leave that up to the end user. It should be pre-configured. The fact that it isn't is ridiculous. What it means is they have failed in making this thing appeal to the market they're aiming for. And the market they're aiming for is someone who wants a handheld that will play lots of systems that they can pick up and play lots of games straight out of the box because, hey, look, they've put lots of games in it. I didn't put them there. They put them there. I wouldn't put the numbering on them because that's stupid, because they're now not in any kind of order. But they put games in to make it instantly playable. But they've been lazy so that, yeah, it's instantly playable if all you want to do is play one game, but then you've got to hit reset and they're forcing you to mess around with settings just so you can exit a game. Stupid, 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 stupid. And that effectively ruins this as an out-of-the-box system for any Tom, Dick and Harry. It's making it a game system for geeks, for people like me and you, but it's not a thing to just buy and out of the box give it to little Bobby or Billy or Susie, or you don't give it to your kids straight out of the box because they're just gonna get really annoyed with it and probably throw it on the floor. Yeah, dumb, lazy. The combination of that and the fact that they didn't put the screen protector on it, to me, says they're being a bit unprofessional. I don't get it, because it's a fantastic piece of kit, and we will see just how good it is now. I'm about to show you why it's now my favourite handheld, having had a really good grumble about it. Anbernic, pull your finger out, get in touch with a developer of one of these operating systems, preferably ArkOS. Give them some money. Let them fully integrate their operating system with this thing properly and sell it as a mainstream emulation handheld. It would sell by the bucket load. Selling it like this, stupid. Okay, I found out how to get into RetroArch from the game. You press that, then you press that, and you get to this screen, which you can then go close content, which is really not. Quit RetroArch, and you're back there. So that's like really an easy way of getting out of a game, isn't it? That is the only way to do it on this. So, stupid. And here we have it with a proper operating system. We'll just let it boot up. So this is ArkOS. I have altered the theme so it looks different. Let's have just a click through all the systems that I've put content on it for. Amiga, Amstrad, Capcom System 1, 2, 3, MAME 2003, that's MAME 2010, is basically MAME for all, MAME for Droid. Not a lot of difference. That will play some slightly more advanced games. Apparently NAOMI, that's like a Sega Dreamcast based arcade system, I think. Atari 8-bit, Atari 2600, 5200, 7800 Lynx, WonderSwan Color, well, Odyssey 2, that is the Philips GX7000, PC Engine, TurboGrafx, the same thing, but that plays the Japanese ROMs, that plays the American ROMs, SuperGrafx, Famicom Disk System, NES, SNES, N64, Virtual Boy, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, DS, SG-1000, Master System, Mega Drive, Mega CD, 32X, Saturn, Dreamcast, Game Gear, Neo Geo Pocket, Neo Geo Pocket Color, Open Beats of Rage, PlayStation, PSP, Intellivision, Colecovision, Vectrex, MSX, ZX81, Spectrum, Sharp X1, Sharp X68000, Commodore 64, PCFX, TI-99-4A, EasyRPG, ports of PC games, I guess, ScummVM, I don't think I've, no, it says it's got 2 games on it, I didn't put them there, options, RetroArch, favourites, and we're back to the start. There are 1 or 2 systems I haven't put anything in. This system works. It does what you will want it to do. Let's just go to the Mega Drive one and do exactly what we just tried to do before, and as you'll see as well, these are organised. Well, these are just my favourites, but they're in alphabetical order. Sonic the Hedgehog. Did it even do that on the other one? Don't know, can't remember. So anyway, we won't worry about playing that yet. We'll just say hypothetically you've played your game of Sonic the Hedgehog, you want to play something else, all you do is that, then that again, and bang. You're back out to your game selection menu. It's that easy. Why on earth Anbernic couldn't do something like that with EmuELEC, I do not know. I mean, I tend to think I don't like EmuELEC, but all of my experiences with EmuELEC have been on Anbernic hardware, and I think it's just that Anbernic don't bother to configure it because they're lazy. Where the guy who does ArkOS has configured it himself. This is, you know, you download it, you install it yourself. There are tutorials on how to do that. Please don't ask me how to do any of this. That's not what I'm here to do right now. Yeah, so it comes basically pre-configured. What you don't get are the BIOS files, or when you download this ArkOS, you don't get the ROM files, you don't get the game files, you have to get those yourself. There is a quirky aspect of ArkOS, which is, it was originally intended to work off of one micro SD card. because the 351P and 351M, they just had one micro SD card which contained the operating system and the partition that you put your ROMs on, and that's how ArkOS was set up. But of course this has two micro SD cards, so if you put your ArkOS thing in there, the first thing it does is expand your partition for your games, but you're not using that for your games, but you don't think about that, and you put all your games on the second micro SD card, you boot it up and it doesn't see them, and you're like, what's going on here? You have to go in here, and then I have to remember how to do it, because at the moment I'm blanking. Advanced, I think it's in there. Switch to main SD for ROMs. It will let you switch, because currently I've got it going from that, and that's not your main SD, that is. It will give you an option in this menu that will let you switch which SD card it looks on for your ROMs. So you have to go into Options, Advanced, and then look for that menu option, and it will load all your ROMs up off of your second SD card. I didn't know that initially, but there you go. It's something worth thinking about. Lots of options in there. Wi-Fi, that works. You can do updates. ArkOS is not being updated for the 351P and M, but it is being updated for this because the guy who does ArkOS really likes it, and quite right too. It's lovely. So, what are we going to do now? I guess I'm going to show you how well it runs the games. Let's go for ones that I know work. Remembering the controls, there we go. Up to go forward, A button to change the gear selector, down to brake, I guess, I don't know. You don't have to hold on to up though. Once you've accelerated, you stay accelerated. Or stay at speed, yeah, which is great. This runs really well on here. The Amiga emulator on this is, I'll be honest, not great. I mean, it's a version of UAE. But it doesn't seem to... It's got lots of options and stuff that you should be able to tinker with to tell it what version of the Amiga you're using, what what Kickstarter file you've got, all kinds of stuff. You should be able to set it up with different versions of Workbench on a emulated hard disk, you would think. But I can't make it do that. I can't make it do anything other than emulate an Amiga 500 running games from floppy disk. It's like you can see the options, but you can't select them. And my feeling is it's a port of an Android emulator that uses a touchscreen, only there's no touchscreen. Using the physical controls on this thing, you can't get at the options you want. It's like the person who converted it and bunged it on here just tried an Amiga 500 game, said yeah, that works, that'll do, and that was that. Very frustrating, because I would really like to set up a hard file on here. I've got one that's chock full of games, and it would be much quicker to load them. Loading ADF files, literally it takes as long to load an ADF floppy file as it takes to load off of a real floppy disk, and that's kind of a pain in the arse. But anyway, here we are playing Buggy Boy. It works. So yeah, it takes a little while to load, but hey, it's Buggy Boy on the Amiga, and that's always a good thing, even if the Commodore 64 shockingly has a better version. Hey look, it's Buggy Boy again on the Amstrad CPC. This will be interesting. Okay, same controls. Oh god. So yeah, it's definitely not the greatest version of Buggy Boy. But that's not why I'm showing it you. I'm showing it you to prove that you can play Amstrad games on this thing if you really want to. I don't know why you would want to, but here we are. And it also shows you that the Amstrad is not the way to play Buggy Boy, because it's just kind of crap. Yeah. Capcom System 1. It's pretty much the only thing I play on System 1, I think. Well, certainly among the ROMs I've got on here anyway. I do like Street Fighter 2. Not a great... I don't know, is the D-pad okay on here for this? No, I can't do that. I did that with the analog stick because I couldn't do it with the D-pad. Yeah, there it goes with the D-pad. Okay. I used to be okay at this game, I suck now. But damn, it looks good. On this screen, it looks great in fact. Whoops. Yeah, Capcom System 1. That looks actually so much better than it does on the 351P or M, just because you've got a higher resolution screen. That's gorgeous. Okay. Capcom System 2. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Oh dear, I don't want to be in turbo, but whatever. Oh God, who we got here? Oh, you bugger, get off. Oh. I can't decide whether to use the analog or the D-pad. I'm kind of not great with either. Oh dear. I don't think it's going to matter. I also don't know how to... Wow, he's going some. I don't know how to tag team and get Spider-Man in. Oh, well, there he is. Yeah, I don't know how to play this. I'm terrible at fighting games. Really bad. Oops. Speaking of Spider-Man and Marvel, in fact, Joe and myself we've just been watching all of the Marvel films in chronological order, like Marvel Universe chronological order. We just watched Endgame yesterday, and it is so good watching them in that order. You realise the little references they made all the way through, like a decade before Endgame. They knew exactly what they were doing, and it's genius the way it fits together. And it's like at the time you had no idea, but you watch it now in order. Oh my. Anyway, that's a different story. That's Capcom System 2. Here we've got Capcom System 3, which I also have no idea how to do. I'm just pressing the button. My God, it's pretty. Yeah, I'll go for it. I'll get hammered. Shinny kick. Kick him in the ankles. Oh God, get off me, you bugger. It's gorgeous. I mean, the game itself is gorgeous, and on this screen it's gorgeous. It's like the old man sitting on a park bench playing with his plank of wood is playing the most gorgeous game on his plank of wood. Thank you very much. That's what I love about this thing. It looks so unassuming. It looks like a Game Boy made out of a plank of wood, but look what it does. That'll do. MAME 2003. Oh, we got loads of stuff. Oh, I know what I want. A lot of people ask me, what is that game at the start in my intro, the vector-based racing game? It's this. It is Speed Freak, and this looks fantastic on this screen because it's high resolution, and so the vectors are a lot smoother, which is great. There's still no sound, but I don't have the sample to go with this, and it's not fully it's not fully configured. I can't get out of first gear, so I'm never going to get into extra time, but honestly I don't care. It goes quite fast enough in first gear, thank you very much. It's really sensitive to the steering, but this analog stick is good enough. He says as he crashes. Some sticks you just can't play this, and that's partly because this stick is good, partly I think, I don't know, has the operating system been configured to respond accurately to the stick, or has the emulator been pre-configured, because it's nothing that I did. I just tried it and it was playable. Where, I don't know if you watched, I did a live stream last week where I tried playing this on the RG350 and I couldn't control it at all. It was just like, touch the stick, whoops, you're off the track. Yeah, so that's good. Right, MAME 2010. I don't know. It seems much the same, actually. I don't know. Well, let's have a go. Buggy Boy. Is this going to work? Is this configured? Don't know. I don't really know what the difference or the benefit is in having this compared to the other version of MAME. We've got both. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, we'll do that. Step on the accelerator. I don't know which the accelerator is. Okay. This might not work. Oh, it doesn't sound good. Oh dear. It doesn't look good either. So, not everything on here is configured particularly well. After I said that it was. Oh, okay, well, yeah. Oh, alright, we're going. I don't know how to change gear. I don't know that I want to. It's nice and smooth, but it's very slow and it's all squashed up. Okay. So, that doesn't work so well. Let's try the other one. Junior. Oh, okay. That's more like it. Though it still sounds terrible. We're off. That's actually got a really nice frame rate. Yeah, oh dear, oh god, okay, that's not... I'm not sure if I'm better off with the D-pad or the analog stick here. Oh god, oh god. Oh! Yeah, this is interesting. It's not like playing it on the Amiga or the... oh god, no. Because you can lose traction and then just slide. That's interesting and worth having a play with. Even if the sound is not great, because it's not quite up to the job. But it's interesting. So yeah, okay. MAME 2010. It's got slightly more advanced games on it. And, well, some of them are. Not all of them are going to work. Okay. Now, oh yeah. Yeah. So this is the Sega Dreamcast based arcade system. I've only got the one game on it. It says that, but go away, get off the screen, damn it. There we go. It's fantastic. It works, regardless of what it said about using a MAME ROM set. Look at this. Come here, give me a banana. It's glorious. I don't know about other games, but Monkey Ball, fantastic. I have spent quite a bit of time playing this. It was like, as soon as I figured out I could play, well, this on here, I did quite a lot. I'm not good at this game, but I do like it. Okay, moving on. Atari 800. Alright. I have always had trouble getting these Atari 8-bit systems to work on handheld emulation systems, but here we are. I didn't have to do anything. Granted, I'd already got the ROMs, so I just copied my ROMs. I say I'd already got the ROMs. I'd already got the BIOS files. I copied my BIOS set from one of my other Anbernic handhelds and just dumped them in here. I'd already done all of the work. Yeah, safe to say it works. Atari 2600, yeah, it's really going to struggle to do this, isn't it? Always test it on Enduro. I say test it, it doesn't need testing. We know it's going to work. There is no way it's going to not work. There we go. Analog stick and D-pad both work. Love this game. I mean, it's not the best Atari 2600 game, but it is one of my favourites. I have sentimental attachment to this game, nostalgia. Christmas 1984 at my grand's place, Christmas Day, playing this on a black and white portable TV all day. Bliss. So, Atari 5200. I often have trouble with this one, making this work. What'll we try? Oh look, there's me. Hi. And it's working, though I don't know what's going on with those. Okay. You can make them go away. So Atari 5200 works, and I'm trying to see. I'm using the analog stick and trying to make it respond like the analog stick for the 5200. I wouldn't say it's doing that. It seems to just be like digital. It's all or nothing. Probably not a bad thing, given how bad those analog sticks were and how completely unsuitable for the console. Probably also not the best game to be demonstrating, seeing as you can the reflections and stuff. Yeah, we'll bang out of that. So 5200 works. Atari 7800. Oh, we'll have a go at that. Oh God, no. We don't want any advanced anything, just... Yeah, that'll do. We going? It is a fairly horrible sounding version of the game, to be honest. I don't... Oh, well, there we go. I suck at that game. But it works, that's cool. Atari 7800, fully functional, thank you very much. Atari Lynx. I always go for the same games. I don't want to pause it. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. What button? That button. I do like this. Just for the sprite scaling, they should have made a consoleized version of this, maybe up the resolution a bit. But sprite scaling at that time on home consoles was not a thing. And here was a handheld that did it, and did it really well. I think they missed a trick, but then Atari were very good at missing a trick. So, yeah, I guess we shouldn't be surprised. There you go. Oh, well, that's interesting. Bandai WonderSwan, the black and white one. There's only one game I want to play on here. Saying that, I mean, I haven't tried many at all. There we go. Final app, 2000. I struggle with this on some systems because there we go. I get confused by the controls, and when I want to change gear, I actually wind up changing my view and looking at the wrong car, which is not what you want, but it's working correctly here, so that's good. Whoops. And you can see actually what a fantastic game it is for a handheld of that era. I mean, this was competing with the Game Boy, and the Game Boy couldn't do this. Designed by the same guy who designed the Game Boy, or Gunpei, whatever. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. That also tilts the screen if you press the, I don't know if it was a select or start, because it was one of those consoles that you could play horizontally or vertically, depending on the game, which was cool. WonderSwan Color. Much the same thing, but... Oh dear, we went for manual. That's not what I wanted at all. This isn't going to go well. Actually, it's probably not going to matter. It's only 2 gears. I actually don't think this is such a good game. Oh, I find it less. Oh, maybe I'm going to do alright on here. Oh. Again, impressive for a handheld of its time. It's not just got that stripy colour swapping business going on at the edge of the circuit to represent speed. And while the green grass around the edges is a bit meh, and even the signs at the side of the track are a bit meh, look at the track itself. That is really, really impressive. I don't know how they're doing it, but it's great. Yeah, okay. Odyssey 2, Philips Videopac G7000. There's what we want. Now, this is where I will get a little bit confused, because there is a button here that will... There we go. Okay, oh bollocks. Yeah, didn't want to do that. It's a Pac-Man clone. It's a really, really fun, oh god, fun Pac-Man clone that will let you get stuck. Oh. It's a great game. I love it. It's full of character. Oh, yep, they're pink. I can eat them. If I can get anywhere near them. No, they've changed colour again. The Videopac system is one of those that the games on it are inferior to the games on the Atari 2600, though the system itself is actually superior. It is superior hardware, but it was just one guy making the games, and he didn't have the resources or the... I don't want to say the skill, we'll just say the resources. He couldn't compete. So people think the Videopac is an inferior system. It just doesn't have the quality of games Love it though. It's a unique system, and if you were around back in the day, it's one you might feel fond of. I certainly do. PC Engine. I was going to say, I never really know quite what to play when I'm playing this. Let's see. I tried this and it didn't work, but then I was trying an American ROM. I didn't realise that this emulator is that picky. You've got to, which is the run button. You've got to have the Japanese ROMs in the PC Engine and the American ROMs in the TurboGrafx emulator. Even though they're, oh dear, they're basically the same thing. But yeah. That didn't work either. Oh, of course, you've got to headbutt them. Duh, I'm not playing Mario. Oh. Yeah, here we go. I know there's a point to that, but I can't remember it. Oops. Yeah, okay. Well, it works anyway. I can't remember how to play the game. TurboGrafx, basically the same. But the American ROMs. There are some games that are different on the TurboGrafx to the ones that are on the PC Engine, like Kato-chan and Ken-chan something or other adventure on the PC Engine, and JJ and Jeff something or other on the TurboGrafx, and this one's not working for some reason. Have I put a Japanese ROM in it? No, don't know. That one didn't seem to want to work. Anyway, what'll we where is that JJ thingy? There, that JJ and Jeff. You totally, if you are going to play this game, want to play the Japanese version over the American one, because it is warped. It is really warped. It's full of poo and fart and pee jokes that have been taken out for the American version. I don't know what's going on. Here we go. Oh, yeah. You see, in the Japanese one, he would be, he maybe was peeing there. Have we got the, oh, no, there is poo. Okay. I'm surprised. I thought they'd taken all the poo out, but no, there was poo. Off to the toilet we go. Wow. Try kicking above the stump. Jump. Okay, whatever. Yep. There you go. SuperGrafx, the upgraded PC Engine, which I have never actually played. This is the first time I've bothered to emulate it, so let's have a look. Yeah, that's a cut above the PC Engine. That's impressive. Wow, and fast. Give me that, give me that, give me that. Oh yeah. Oh, wow. I was never really interested in the SuperGrafx, mainly because there are like only 5 games for it. I believe it'll play normal PC Engine games, but it's like they only did 5 games. What's the point in having one? But it's definitely worth emulating, because this is cool. That is really fast. Okay. Family computer disk system, so the Famicom disk thingy. I don't know if there are any games here that aren't on the Famicom. Yay. I do like a good tennis game. I don't know if this is a good tennis game, but yeah, This is fun. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, I do like this. Never played it before. Oh. Arse. NES. What'll we play? I don't know. Elevator action. Get on with it. I do not like the sound on the NES. Can't remember the controls. Whoops. So can't remember. I've never played it on the NES. I played it in the arcade. Love it in the arcade. Where's that lift gone? Come back. Here it comes. Oh, here we go. Gonna blow your brains out. Down we go. You're always at risk when you're going down compared to when you're going up, because they can shoot your knees off before you can get them. Oops, oops, oops. Oh dear, oh crap. No, don't go. I didn't want to go up, I wanted to go. Oh crap. Okay, well, whatever. Super NES. SNES. Just to upset a few people. You know what I'm going to load. There's only one thing I'm going to load. No, that wasn't what I wanted to load. Okay, whatever. We'll go with it. Since it is one that uses the Super FX2, we can see how well it works. I suck at this. Yeah. Don't make me fill in a name or something. I don't want to. I just want to play. Oh, okay, right. Did you understand that? We've got a Japanese ROM. Yep, 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 yep. I totally agree with everything they just said there. Yeah, totally. Let's be going. Come on, go. Useful. Yep, okay. Yeah, I know exactly what to do. I don't. Oops. Oh, bollocks. Get back on. Oh, yeah. We have super extendo tongue, because dinosaurs do, don't they? Okay, I never played this back in the day. I've only ever played it as a retro title and haven't played it very much. But that's not what we're here for. We're just demonstrating that this little handheld can do it very adequately, thank you. Nintendo 64. Right. What'll we try? I can tell you that Mario Kart 64 works just fine. Star Wars Rogue Squadron does not work at all. Let's try Cruising USA. We'll go in a Testarossa. A little bit of stuttering happening just then. And there. Oh, I don't really want to do that. I don't know what... How do we go? Okay. That's not a great... That can't be the control. Wow, okay. So, L2 to accelerate. That's... Or is that the... That's probably the turbo. Oh, you can change the music, yay. But how do we... Come on now. No, it's definitely that. This is struggling. The audio's gone. Oops. I was looking at the camera screen for a moment then. Yeah, it's like it wants to, it really, really wants to, but it just can't quite seem to, do it. Okay. So N64, some stuff works and some stuff doesn't. I'm not even going to try GoldenEye. But Mario Kart 64, which honestly is the only game I want to play on the N64 anyway, because I don't like the N64. Yeah, Virtual Boy. What's going to be easy? Who knows? I'll tell you what, let's not worry about what's... Red Alarm. That is actually fantastic when you've got a Virtual Boy, which I have. It really makes use of the 3D. It's like Star Wing, Star Fox in 3D, but we're not going to have 3D here, and I'm not sure how well we're going to be able to play without the controller, because it had a really funky controller. Okay, thank you for that. I don't know what he said. I mean, I love that when you've got the actual Virtual Boy headset thing on your face. It's brilliant. Thank you, I'm going to need it. Yes, we do. I don't know how to fire. Okay, that seems to be firing. Cool. Where are we going? I don't know. Yeah, it's difficult. This in 3D is pretty breathtaking. I mean, okay, it's not up to modern virtual reality standards by any means, but when it's the first thing you've ever experienced in 3D, oh god, it's really, really cool. Oh dear. Okay, well, we'll just end there. Game Boy. Yeah. I always go for Double Dragon to demonstrate Game Boy games. It's just, I think it's my favourite Game Boy game. This thing does Game Boy really nicely. It's like having a Game Boy Light. And this thing is like the size of a Game Boy Pocket. So it's just, I'm not 100% sure that we've got the right aspect ratio here. But I don't care. It's lovely. It's great. The sound is... I'm just getting a massive nostalgia hit. This is my, like, 1993, I think. Actually, I think, no, it's earlier than that. It's about 1990. I played this. Oh yeah, bugger. Eat my boot. I've got the bat. That's good. I'm Batman. Okay. Game Boy Color. I kind of don't care about the Game Boy Color. I've got one. I've got two actually, but the lack of a backlight is too damned hard to see. I mean, it's not as bad as a Game Boy Advance without, you know, the original Game Boy Advance with no backlight. They were just bloody impossible to see the game. So it's better than that in terms of viewability, but I don't care about them. There were no games that... I don't know what's happening. Come on, let's go. But this is fun. As I said, I like tennis games. And this isn't a bad tennis game at all. If I'd had this back in the day, not that I had a Game Boy Color back in the day, but when I was paying attention to the Game Boy Color and had it like, it's in a box at the moment. Yeah, if I'd had this, it maybe would have changed my opinion of the system a bit. I don't know. Yeah, this is nice. It's speedy, and that's a thing you can't say about original Game Boy games, because it was like double the CPU speed or something. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. Game Boy Advance. Well, you know. It's only going to be one. I said there was only going to be one thing I played on, forgotten which one, and then on the SNES, and then I played the wrong one. But yeah, I managed to get the right one here. Go me. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Okay, we're Mario anyway. That's who I wanted to be. Purists will notice that this isn't the correct aspect ratio for the game. Not exactly right. There's some, I don't know, some pixels will be out of place or something, and you can't set it up with the exactly right aspect ratio, but you wind up with a smaller screen, and I can't be bothered with that. This looks fine to my eyes. It's just a little bit stretched vertically. Yeah, things are a tiny little bit taller than they should be, but you know, I don't care. It plays really nicely, and it sounds good. This thing, even though it's only got one speaker, the sound is actually really good. Okay. Nintendo DS. This is clever. This pleases me no end. Mario Kart again, because I'm predictable. It's my favourite game on the DS. So you can swap which screen you're looking at with the L2, which is good. Single player. No, but we'll go with it okay for now. Okay. No. I think this is one of those where I need to slightly tweak the frame rate, and you get to that here, and I can't see. There we go. Now you don't notice the frame skip with it set to 1, but it is now running at full speed as far as I can tell, where with no frame skip set it gets laggy and stuttery and stuff. Definitely worth setting that, and we can skip between, and you can also yeah, you can choose your layout with the R2. I don't know why yuck. Yeah, we'll just go with that, because mostly you only need one screen. This is actually the emulator I spend the most time playing with, or have, on these Anbernic systems, or on the RG351s anyway. They're really good at playing DS games, and Mario Kart DS is a brilliant game. So yeah, it's spent a lot of time on this. Anyway, moving on. Oh, and yet that does not get you out of this one, because this isn't on RetroArch, it's a standalone, so you've got to use the function button and then exit and press the right button doing it. There we go. SG-1000. We'll just play, what do we play? Hang on. Hang on. I'm sorry, that was terrible. I'll get me coat. Push start button. I don't know that that was the start button. It didn't seem to do anything. Yay. Okay. We've got gears. That's interesting. I'm kind of glad I never had an SG-1000. I think my friends would have laughed. I would rather play Atari 2600 games. Granted, they're not as advanced, but I don't like that. Master System. I don't know. Whatever. Ugh. That's ugly. I don't like the Master System either. It's ugly. Mind you, I mean, I don't like Alter Beast either, so when you've got a game I think is crap on a system I think is crap, it's not going to go it's not going to go well. It's not going to go will either. Yeah, okay. Just demonstrating that it works. It works. That's the last time I'll ever play that emulator. Mega Drive, well, we've seen this working already. So, well, you know, for the sake of completeness, completion, completositudinous, this thing, I don't know. You should have skipped forward or ended the video by now anyway, so it doesn't matter what I say. Where's the go button? There's the go button. And okay, this is good. I'm pleased now. When I play this on the RG351P or M, the dithering, and by that I don't mean faffing about, I mean the graphical texturing they use to generate the dark grey on the road. The dithering on that is extreme, because they have to use interpolation to make up for the lack of resolution on the screen on that handheld. Here you've got more resolution, so the dithering is less noticeable. I mean, you can see it, but it doesn't scream in your face, I'm ugly. So that is a big improvement. And if you like to play hard driving or other games from this era, or in fact any other games, the difference in screen resolution is significant. It does make a difference. You can really tell the difference, and that makes the 351V worth having over the 351P or M. It's not as easy to just stuff in your pocket, but my god, the games do look so much better. Sega CD, or Mega CD if you're English. We'll have a go at that. Okay, don't know how. I'm trying. There we go. Yeah, this is one of my favourite Mega CD games, because I like driving games and it demonstrates the sprite scaling prowess of the system. I mean, some Some Mega CD games were just standard Mega Drive games bunged on a CD with a fancy front end and a bit of music, and as far as I'm concerned, they're just not worth having. They didn't make use of the sprite scaling hardware, and that was the most interesting thing about the system. The fact that the games are on CD, neither here nor there. Extra graphics chips, that's what made it cool when they were used, and this game really used them. I mean, look at the sprite scaling. It's glorious. It's brilliant. It makes this a vastly better game. I mean, you look at this, and then you look at Jaguar XJ220 on the Amiga. Well, for a start, it's hard to acknowledge that they're even the same game, and I know people like the Amiga game, but this just takes the piss out of that. It's not actually moving as fast, but it's scaling. It's scaling those sprites, and it just makes it look so much more classy. Love it. 32X. Well, guess what I'm going to load up? Go, go, go. I spent so much time playing this. Mostly when I've got one of these handhelds with me, and I just have like 10 minutes to spend playing. Often in my tea break at work, actually. This is the game I go for. It is just... it's exactly what I need for a quick blast of gameplay when I haven't got lots of time. And also, I struggle with I've got a ton of these handhelds, as you'll be aware. And I love them, but my eyes are knackered. I really have got like knackered eyes, and if I spend more than 10 minutes playing on one of these things, it gives me a blinding headache for the rest of the day. So Virtua Racing is the perfect game for like 10 minutes of quick thrash around a racetrack with the kind of graphics that I really like. And this game actually looks better on a little screen like this than it does on a TV, because the lower resolution doesn't matter so much, especially when you've got my eyes. Yeah, brilliant, and it plays so well on here. I mean, it's not the best frame rate. The Sega Saturn had the better frame rate, but from some angles it was good from this view, but if you played it in first person, it all looked really warped and nasty. I really wish they could make this thing load on MAME, like either of the MAMEs on here, but I have tried and it just won't do it. It bugs out. Whoops. Sega Saturn. Right, well, as you can see, I've got a few games on here. Do not trust that all of those will work. Don't look at that and think, oh, because that's in my games list, that works. Not the case. They're just there because I haven't tested them yet. The only ones I have any confidence about are Gale Racer works. It doesn't run at full speed, but it's just about worth playing around with. The only game I can say for sure is running at more or less full speed is this KO Flying Squadron 2. This works. Having said that it works, that doesn't necessarily mean that I like it, because for the most part I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, it's very pretty, but it's like, what do you do? No idea. Bounce around on things. Teddy bear? Oh, God. At this point it's kind of Mario-esque, which is not altogether. I mean, I've played a KO Flying Squadron game on the Mega CD, and that's like, well, that's more like Cotton, if you're familiar with that game. So I don't know what's going on here. And now I've got a mallet. I don't know how to use it. Oh, you Dirk. Get your mallet back. How do you do it? Oh, there's how you do it. Okay, cool. Smack it with the mallet. Think I've got to go back that way. Yeah, whoops. It is a very, very pretty game. It's just one I've not spent any significant time on. Oh, birds in a nest. And, oh god, oh dear, and their mother just came and nicked me mallet. What the hell's that? No idea. Weirdness, much weirdness. It's kind of charming. But yeah, okay, that's one to spend some time on at some point, but not right now. Sega Dreamcast. Well now, this, it doesn't play everything, but what it does play, it plays well. You have to, you've got to set this up, and I'll show you, actually. You at that screen, you press your start button, go to emulator settings, you go down, you get to Dreamcast, you set your emulator to Retro Run 32 and your core to Flycast Extreme. And that's it, that's all you need to do, and then it runs much, much better. What'll we try? I mean, there's only 2 games on here that I spend significant time playing, and they are Res and Daytona. Shockingly, I'm not really a fan of Daytona, but it looks great on here. Let's give it a go. On other handhelds with other emulators, I couldn't get this to work in that the accelerator worked, but I couldn't get it to steer. But here it steers, albeit not well, but that's just the way the game is. I really don't like the steering on Daytona. I've got like the arcade version on my PS3, yeah, and that's playable, but it's like it certainly beats the Saturn version. And I do play it on here. It's weird actually. It's like I say I don't like Daytona, but it's one of the games I play the most on here. I think mainly just because it's like it's visually impressive, and from a technological standpoint, playing Daytona on a wooden plank Game Boy, it's a novelty. It pleases me. Okay, well I've duffed my car up anyway. Game Gear. Ugh. Once Upon a Mouse. Yeah, big boot. There we go, focusing now. Press the start button. That's not functioning as the start button. Interesting. Normal, because I'm normal. There we go. Can we stop now? God, it even sounds blech. I don't know. What? How? Okay. Okay, you can't bounce. You're not Mario. Oh, he threw a rock and killed a tree. because that's what mice do. It's Mickey Hulk Mouse. Oops, bollocks. Ah. Neo Geo. There's a ton of ROMs. These are ROMs that came with this handheld, and I've transferred them across. A lot of them are Neo Geo, and a lot of them most definitely aren't. I mean, they're not Neo Geo games. Some of them definitely are. Some of them, I'm like, what on earth? The Cadillacs and Dinosaurs? That's not Neo Geo, is it? But, neither's... whatever. This is, though. This is one of my favourite Neo Geos. Okay, can we start? Love this. You're a tomato with fists that don't appear to be attached to your body. It's obviously perfectly normal. And you're being attacked by pumpkins and weird, just weird stuff. Oh. The thing is, you can knock your power-ups back up the screen, and that doesn't help you. So you have to take your finger off the button every now and then. Oh, oh, I've got a friend. To pick up your power-ups. Give me that. Oh dear. What the hell? I'm a baby. Alright. Oh, now I'm not. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking... Have I shrunk? Oh dear. Okay, well that's enough of that. That is Captain Tomaday. Captain Tomato, basically. Yeah, on the Neo Geo. Love it. Neo Geo Pocket. This is the black and white one. I've only got 3 games on it. I was like... It was a last minute thing because they'd put Neo Geo Pocket Color games into the Neo Geo Pocket folder, and I guess they used the same emulator because it played them, and it played them in colour, so it sort of negated the whole point. So I went through and took out the colour ones, and it left me with only a couple of, well, what the hell? Yeah, not many black and white ones, but this is one of them. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We're not going to spend long on it. Select. Oh, okay, whatever. I don't know. Stuff. China, Kowloon. I think it said a date there. I wasn't paying attention. I would have liked this back in the day if it was like everyone else had a Game Boy and I had a Neo Geo Pocket. I would have been very happy. As it was, I got a Neo Geo Pocket Color back when the competition, handheld wise, was the GBA. Now I hadn't got a GBA, but I was really quite happy with what I got because the screen on the Neo Geo Pocket Color was better. You could see the games. It's a really nice non-lit screen. So it was very pleasing. Though the games are kind of limited. It's all fighting games, and I don't give a crap about fighting games. Anyway, winner is Chris. I don't know who's Chris. Neo Geo Pocket Color. Yay. Loads of games, and I mean, there's a lot of fighting games, and I'm not especially a fan of fighting games. However, you've got 2 Metal Slug games, and that's great. I was a big fan, am still a big fan of the Metal Slug games, and so I loved this. I played it a lot. My main recollection of playing this is actually sitting in the waiting room of Stoke Mandeville Hospital, waiting for them to stick a needle in my eyeball. I had iritis, my iris of my, I don't remember which eye it was. My iris had fused to the lens and they had to inject my eyeball with atropine and some steroid. I've forgotten which one it was. Yeah, needle right in the eye. Horrible. And I was sitting there like waiting, dreading it and trying to distract myself by playing this on the Neo Geo Pocket Color. Yeah, whoops. It worked to some degree, as in I was distracted. The needle in the eyeball worked as well, otherwise my eye would have been absolutely screwed. You wanted to know this? Okay, OpenBoR, Open Beats of Rage. These are... do you know, I'm it's like a... remakes of classic games on an open source engine. Beats of Rage. It's on here. I've never really spent any significant time playing it. I kind of don't care, but I'm showing it to you because here it is. It's visually impressive, actually. Well, those bits. This bit is... I just don't care. I would rather play the Mega Drive version, which obviously I can because I've got a Mega Drive emulator on here. But I mean, it's novel that it exists. It's, you know, it's not like I've paid for, well, I mean, I paid for the handheld, but yeah, it's a thing. Okay, PlayStation. There's an aspect of this that I haven't looked into yet, in that having the higher resolution screen on here, I believe you can like do double res. You can up res the emulator and have the games running in a higher resolution than natively. I haven't tried that. I don't know how to do it actually. I need to look into that. What are we going to have a go at? V-Rally 2. Get on with it. Don't want that. You can see I played this once before. Driver name. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Now I wonder, if I do select that, yeah, we can... options. Oh. Yeah. 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 Ooh. Okay, that's blowing my mind. Oh, the driving on the other hand. Come on, give us a different view. Wow. Yeah, okay. Impressed. Very, very, very impressed. I've got this for the Dreamcast. This might be on a par with that. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm going to spend some time playing this, and I'm going to see if this actually works with Gran Turismo 2. I don't know that the enhanced resolution on that would improve it much, but I'm going to give it a go. Yeah. Okay, that's really, really, really... This is the first time I've tried this, so... This was already my favourite handheld, and it's now, like, extra favourite. This is me driving down to Morrison's for groceries, obviously. I'm in a hurry. I want me microwave red Thai curry. Oops. Actually, and I can't get that at Morrison's. I get that at Tesco. You wanted to know that. Right. Now then, PSP. It does emulate the PSP. It does not emulate it well. You'll see other reviewers saying it'll do various games adequately. I don't think it does them adequately. As a Grand Theft Auto, nah. I'm not gonna. I'm not. Some people might think it's playable at the speeds it plays at, but I don't. These games we've got here play really okay. Pinball Hall of Fame, how the hell do you say that? Gottlieb, whatever, and Williams Collection. I like pinball, so you know, I'm quite happy to play them on here. I don't know anything about that except I know it works. I can't remember what it's like. Space Invaders Extreme, I love. If it was the only PSP game that ran on here, I would still be like, yep, that's cool. What? Taito. I don't care that it's your company pronouncing its own name. It's Taito, like potato. I love this game. I didn't even want them, but whatever. Looking at the camera screen there, going in all the wrong places. Got him. Die, you buggers. Come on. There we go. Oops. Ooh, that was a bit risky. Give me the blue one. There. Love that. Oops. Okay. Intellivision. You know, I don't really like Intellivision all that much, but I do like this game. This is going to be one of those where I've got to pick a number, isn't it? No. Prove me wrong. I don't care. They have this on the Atari 2600, but it is better on the Intellivision. Weirdly, I've got this game on my actual real Intellivision, and it's it demonstrates really well that my Intellivision is a bit not well. The colours are all wrong. You watch, I've got a video somewhere of me playing that game, and the colours are completely different from on everyone else's video. And every game I play on my Intellivision, the colours are wrong. But I don't play it very often because the colours are wrong, and I'm not actually a fan of the Intellivision. While it was technically superior to the Atari, the games are just not fun. Except for this one. This one's fun. That'll do. That's about as much as I want to play Intellivision ever. Okay, for reasons that I don't understand, the Colecovision emulator isn't working. That's a shame. I will have to look into that and see if I can fix it. But currently, yeah, no Colecovision. Vectrex. Where is it? Where is it? Shall we play Mindstorm? Yeah, we'll play Mindstorm. Can't get my words out. Actually, I think this one is maybe not, if I remember rightly, it's a little bit glitchy. I have played it, volume's very quiet, but then it'll suddenly go loud. The increased screen resolution over the 351's M and P means it looks much better on here. The aspect ratio is wrong, which is a shame, and I have tried to tinker with it and set it correctly, but haven't succeeded. But it is pretty good. I think it's actually the first time, yeah, that's what I'm on about. The audio just suddenly gets loud, and I don't know why it does that. There may, yeah, I think there are some other bugs in this as well. It ain't quite right, but it's still pleasing. Oops. Okay, moving on. MSX. Can't say I'm a fan of the MSX, but here we go. That was cool. Space. Yeah. We don't. Okay, that'll do. Smooth scrolling? Not on the Galaxians themselves, no. Oops, bollocks. Movement of my ship and the bullets and the Galaxians as they come down is pretty decent. Can't complain. It's, you know, it's not great, but it's not bad. I would have been quite happy to have this at a certain time in the 80s. Yeah. Oh yes, ZX81. This, I've only got one game on it. There's only one other game I'm actually interested in putting on it, and that's Mazogs. But 3D Monster Maze, I have configured this. I can't remember. There we go. Here we go. Yeah. 3D Monster Maze with D-pad support and indeed analog joystick support, which is a luxury you did not have on the actual system. You were, oh dear, oh bollocks, he got us. Yeah, it makes the game so much more playable because you're not faffing around and losing your position on the keyboard because they weren't actual keys, it was just that membrane thing. Yeah, okay, I've got to stop and empty my SD card on my camera, then we will continue. Okay. Sinclair Spectrum. There's only one game I want to play here. Absolutely love it. Camera's not focusing. What an arse. Probably as good as it's going to get. Which is not great. Oh well, that'll do. Button, 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 that button. There we go. I mean, I don't need to play this for any length of time. The whole focusing it business was unnecessary. You either know this game or you don't, and if you do, you should love it. You might not, but you should, because it's an absolute classic. And while there are more technically advanced games on the Spectrum, this is just the best. And I don't care if you disagree. And this was done by, well, Ultimate Play the Game, which is rare. So Donkey Kong Country people made this way back in 1980 something or other. I love it. Now we get on to something that to me is entirely new. The Sharp X1. I have never emulated this before. I've never seen one in the real world. They are a completely new gaming experience for me, but I just happened to well, I just decided to give it a go. Finding the ROMs was a bit hit and miss, but it's fascinating. I didn't think it would work, and then all of a sudden it did, and I was like, okay then, this is cool. It's got an interesting graphical quality to it. A lot of I don't know if you're going to be able to, I don't think you can see them. The camera's not going to pick them up. There are like horizontal raster lines, like black lines on it. I don't know if that's a feature of the emulator trying to emulate like a CRT TV effect, or is this what the X1 looked like? Did it have black lines through all the sprites? Not sure. But it's pretty cool. Oops, wow. How did I get away with that? Trying to play it looking at the camera screen doesn't work. Okay, well, there it is. So having got that to work, I thought, let's try this one then. X68000. I can tell you now, using the BIOS file that I've got on here, these double disc ones of the Sega Super Scalar games don't work. So no Afterburner 2, no whatever other ones they might have, Space Harrier, whatever, aren't going to work. Chase HQ isn't going to work. But single disc games do work. And actually they've got a fascinating version of Asteroids on here. And that, you gotta have this. Try and do this on a 351p or M with that lower resolution screen, and it's going to look awful. Oh God. Yay. Oh, this is great. I mean, it's not authentic entirely. Oh God. Oh blimey. The shape of the asteroids is not the shape asteroids should be, but wow. Eek. And the sounds aren't right. What the hell is that sound? But the physics and the wow. How, whoops. Yeah. All right. That's great. It probably looks white on camera, but it's green. Oops. Yeah, I'm very impressed. We're gonna just try. Which one? Let's just give that a go. I've got Arkanoid on here, but it needs a mouse controller, and obviously we haven't got a mouse controller, so that's not playable unless there are some settings in there that will let you emulate the mouse with the analog stick, but I didn't get that far into it. Now loading. This takes a while to load. Listen to that audio. I mean, this was like a Japanese Amiga, if you like, similar hardware, but better sprite scaling and sprite handling than the Amiga. Basically, more powerful than the Amiga. Custom chips were more impressive. Same CPU. And this, well, yesterday when I set it up, was the first time I'd ever played an emulated X68000. Never played on one before, and it impresses the hell out of me. Come here, you little git. Yay. Get the fruit. I like fruit. Give me the fruit. So, basically, great graphics, great sound. Really well emulated as far as I can tell. Come here, you little git. Gimme. Come here, come here. There. There we go. And then on to the Commodore 64. For those who've never ever seen a Commodore 64 game. How many different ways can we play? It's emulating the sound of the tape drive. Wow. Okay. That's fascinating. Okay. Here we go. Well, this is obviously a whole ton better than the Amstrad version, and actually more fun to play than the Amiga version, albeit not as not as graphically impressive, but it's more fun. As for the arcade version, well, that's just a whole different thing. That surprised me playing that earlier, having the loss of grip and sliding into boulders and stuff. I had no idea it did that. But yeah, this is like the how many different ways can you play Buggy Boy video. Quite a lot of ways, it turns out. Oh, and we smashed into a boulder. Yay. Okay, moving on. Now, this is one I've never emulated either, and honestly, I've only got 2 games for it, and I can only manage to make, well, Comic Road, it's all in Japanese, and I don't understand any of it, and there's a bit where you're like writing something in Japanese. I don't know if you're writing your name or whatever, but I couldn't, I just couldn't. I couldn't make it do anything. I couldn't get off of that screen, so I never got to see the rest of the game. But this works. The bits where it streams video footage off of the disc, the emulated disc, are glitchy as hell. But the game itself, you'll see. See, here we are with streamed video footage. Talking and whatnot in Japanese, which I don't understand, believe it or not. Okay, we'll skip that if we can, and that if we can, because I don't know what it means. Come on. It probably says loading, do not press any buttons. Here we go. So it's a shooter. It was the only game I could find that wasn't like a animated RPG and full of women taking their clothes off and stuff. There's a lot of that apparently. But this is something that I can play. And it's impressive. I don't know whether it's significantly better than the SuperGrafx. But here it is. It's like a new retro gaming experience for me. It's a system I've been aware of for years, but never bought, apart from the fact that they're bloody expensive. I never bothered to try and get hold of one because I knew that all the games were in Japanese, and that would make doing anything with it difficult. I mean, there were Japanese games that I like to play, like this, shooters. It doesn't matter that I don't speak the language, but when most of it is like RPGs, that becomes a problem. So it was not an entirely appealing system for me. Yeah, the music is like pretty balked, but visually it's pretty cool. I think it's safe to say that these little handhelds are not great at streaming video and audio off of a virtual disk. May just be that it can't transfer the data quick enough. Don't know. Okay, moving on. Here's another one I've never tried emulating before, though I have got one, like a real one. I've got a whole load of duplicates, ROM files here. I got them from various different websites. Don't ask me where to get ROMs from. Google it. It's really, really easy. Just put Google. No, you don't put Google. You go to Google and you put the system that you're looking for games for, and then ROMs, and you'll get ROMs for it. it's not difficult. What I'm looking for a game, I can't remember. Yeah, it's just some games I think are good for judging the ability of a system. Press any key. There, where's the any key? Sorry. Now I don't know which. Not that one. That one. Are we going to go into basic? Oh, not what we wanted. Right. That one? No, that one. Yay. Oh, focus, damn it, there. Press 2 for... I've got no idea. Press 1. I don't know. Bloody start. Yay. So that's actually really quite nice. That is better than... what did I play it on? Whoops. What did I play it on earlier? I played one and it was really noisy. Now I'm trying to make my camera focus. Or not unfocus. That'll do. Apologies if it's... Oh, I'm not paying attention. I'm trying to see... I'm trying to get it all on the screen. Whatever. Yeah, I played one on a different system earlier. Was it the 7800? It just sounded pretty ropey. This is better. Oops. Bollocks. Very nice, very badly played, very well emulated, I think. Moving on. Okay, we've got a EasyRPG. Never even looked into it. Menu. What have we got? What is this? Yeah, an RPG maker. Okay, well, yeah, we're not doing anything with that. Don't care about RPGs. Ports. This does like ports of PC games and other stuff. I haven't got any on here. I haven't installed anything. I've got like a Doom WAD. I don't know why they call them WADs. I have one. I haven't put it on here. It doesn't actually even appear to have a slot for it, which is surprising because usually there is. But anyway, that's that. I haven't done anything with it. ScummVM, that is like a point and click adventure emulator thing. I haven't done anything with that either because I don't like those either. Options, yeah, it's got lots of options. The only thing I really use much here is the file manager, and went into the advanced thing to make it access ROMs from the SD card, like the second SD card. Update, yes, also that. This thing does Wi-Fi. It's got Wi-Fi on board. You don't need a dongle for it like you did some of the other things, and here's your Wi-Fi settings just there. USB drive mount and unmount. I guess you can plug a hard drive into one of these. Never done it, never tried it. It would kind of, I don't know, get in the way. RetroArch, that takes you into RetroArch where you can do stuff. I guess you can just, yeah, you can load the content and you can load your games directly from RetroArch if you want to. Why would you when you've got this pretty front end? Don't know. Favourites, yeah. These are all my favourites. You can set them from within your game lists here, like you press, what button do you press? Can't remember, there's a button you press, Y. Yeah, you press your Y button and it makes a game your favourite, or not. Okay, that covers all of that. So, what do I think? So, having shown you pretty much almost everything that it can do, it apparently can, there's a slot on there for putting videos on, so I guess it can play videos as well. I love this for what the actual physical aspect of it. I love the form factor, I love the wood grain effect, I love that they've improved the shoulder buttons. The design, the physical design of this is fantastic. The screen is great, the sound is great. I wish it had a little bit more CPU power, but you can't have everything. It infuriates me that they put on such a balked operating system, because it means they completely failed to make it appeal to their, or be any good for their target audience. They put games on it out of, you know, you take it out of the box, you turn it on, yeah, you've got games. Fantastic. That should make it appeal to people who are not technically... that should make it appeal to people who are not technically minded, who just want to play it out of the box. But because you can't, you're stuck in a game, and the only way to get out is press some random button selection to get into RetroArch, and then you've got to get out of RetroArch. It's like multiple button presses, or you hit reset. The fact that they've left it like that is a bloody crime. It's shameful. They should be more than embarrassed. They should be ashamed, because it means a whole sector of the gaming public are not going to be able to get the most or the best out of this thing. They're not going to see how good it is, and it's gonna it leaves it to people like me and maybe you, who have as much fun fiddling with these things as they do actually playing them. I spent all day yesterday setting up the TI-99 4A, the Sharp X1, the Sharp X68000 and the PCFX. Basically finding ROMs, then finding the right ROMs, finding where to put them, what to name them, and what to name the folder that they're in, and it was hard work. It's trial and error mostly, and using Google a lot, and reading forums and stuff, and looking for clues as to how to do it, what you need, where to, you know, all that. It's not difficult, but it's time consuming. Please don't ask me how I did it on those, because I can't remember, because I spent so much time trying different things. Couldn't tell you. And that would take the fun away from you trying it. He says. Yeah, what Anbernic need to do, if they don't want to do a deal with the guy who does ArkOS, and really they should, because it's fantastic, they should take the time to set up EmuELEC properly. You know, it's not that it can't have the right button, you know, buttons that will exit you out of the game. It can be done. It should be done. They should have done it themselves, not leave it to the user. They've just been lazy. If they would put in a bit of bloody effort, this out of the box could be amazing. It could be, I don't know if it could sell mainstream. I mean, if they got ROMs in it, you can't really sell it in the shops, can you? But even so, if they didn't put the ROMs in it, or maybe just put some freeware ROMs in it just to demonstrate, but you know, they could sell these in the shops. It's that good. Yeah. So ultimately, I love it. Anbernic pissed me off by giving you a balked operating system, but the piece of kit itself, when you spent a couple of days messing with it, is genius. It's the best handheld I have ever held outside of, well, you know, your dedicated gaming handhelds like the 3DS and Nintendo's, basically. Nintendo handhelds, Sony handhelds, but as an emulation system, this best one I've ever used. Absolutely love it once it's sorted. And I got it from Amazon, before you ask where I got it. I wanted to get it from Droidbox, but their website was being a dick and wouldn't take my PayPal. And I have to say an immense, huge, whopping, great big thank you to my supporters on Patreon, without whom I wouldn't have bought this. or I might have, but I wouldn't have bought one yet. Yeah, so huge big thank you to all of you, because it was your money that bought this, and I am very grateful. And so I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.
Right, hit the subscribe button or I'm getting naked on camera. Go on, do it. Right, you asked for it. Ah, you asked for it. Ha, ha, oh.